for real estate agents. Good morning, this is Grandison Shines from Direct Business Marketing. Today we're going to continue our conversation on marketing action plans. The action plans, we spoke about it last week. We said if you have a $0 budget, here are some marketing items that you should be doing in order to get your information out there, especially from a shorter stay calculator standpoint. So we're going to continue with that. Today we're going to talk about if you have a $500 budget, okay? So if you have the next step of your budget, you're ready, you're doing some action items, then you're starting to see some return, now you want to kick it up a notch, here's where you should start with $500 deal, okay? So let's take a look at our handy little diagram here. We're going to show you this every single week. Why? Because we know this is lead flow process is the way that you're going to continue to nurture your leads. We're going to generate, we're going to capture, we're going to store, we're going to nurture, right? Those four foci when we talk about a marketing campaign. So we're still right here in the orange area talking about activities, marketing activities you should be doing. So this all comes together as a campaign. Going into the shorter stay calculator or the free offer, right? And then from there, we're going to make sure it gets stored. And then from there, we're going to make sure that you nurture the leads. So we're going to cover all the bases here. But right now, let's discover what we're going to talk about here on the $500 budget items, okay? So first of all, we want to make sure that you're very, very clear in understanding that you should have completed the $0 budget first. If you have not, take a look at that video. Go back and look at some of those action items we talk about from emailing past clients and so forth to make sure that you have the right action items going. Now you can continue those things also as you kick up the $500 budget, but a lot of that's going to be taken over by some of the action items we're going to do here. But again, we're going to capitalize and move forward up more on your marketing budget and the campaign activities. So the next number 2 item we have here is door hangers in the listing areas. Now we're not talking about farming yet, okay? Not just yet. We'll get to that one a little bit later on. But door hangers in your listing area. So in areas where you already have your listings, you want to make sure that you put door hangers in those areas. Why? Because the neighbors, they get a little nosy, right? And that's okay. But we're going to help them get nosy on our behalf, on your behalf, right? So you're going to put some information. Again, short sales is a pretty sensitive subject. They may be wondering and inquiring about it, but just may not have taken that extra step. This will help them do that, okay? Number 2, when we talk about number 3, excuse me, we talk about sign writers. Very inexpensive to get those made, but having those sign writers will also help you position, and this is where you can mention your shorter stay calculator. And so we want to continue to do that, making sure that we put that in front of them, soft selling them per se, and making sure that they sign up to get their free report. It's all about getting that free report so you can have that conversation piece at the same time they give you at least their real email address. They can fudge your name a little bit if they want, but of course you get their real email address because they have to give you that in order to get the report. So we're going to stay true to that. Now, number 4 is something that you don't have to do all the time, but it's something you can do once at the beginning, then you can do it, a few months down the road again. But a press release. If you put out a press release and make sure that those press releases or that press release is in a number of different spots, you can, one, get some backlinks to your shorter stay, and also you want to put that press release on your shorter stay calculator site also as a blog post, right, just to make sure. But you also want to make sure that they're backlinking to your shorter stay site. So when someone is in the market and they're reading about your short sale calculator, has a link, boom, they click it, where does it go? Directly to your shorter stay calculator. And it's also so that you can direct them to the front page of your calculator, because the free offer, the calculator, is right there on the home page, which is definitely fine. So we also want to make sure we do number 5, okay? Flyers in the info tube. It's better if you make an 8.5 by 11, but it can be half that. But having a full flyer, 8.5 by 11, color flyer, really giving them information, telling them what to do, watch the video, and having that call to action to get the free report on the flyer. You want to have that posted all over the place, okay? So you want to make sure that's in bold letters. You want to make sure that the URL is very, very legible, right? Don't use any funky fonts or whatever. Just make sure it's, an Arial font or whatever. I think it's called a sans serif font, I believe, in that way you can make sure you have the right font. But making sure that you have the flyers are very, very good. Now, the right mix is to have online activities going and offline activities, okay? So internet marketing activities and some of the print material activities. So the next two items are going to really capitalize on the internet side of it. One, pay-per-click. Pay-per-click is a good way to start generating leads. Paid traffic, getting targeted paid traffic directly to your site, qualified paid traffic to the site, making sure we set it up from the get-go. And we manage a lot of pay-per-click campaigns right now for a lot of our clients, real estate agent clients. But making sure that you have a pay-per-click campaign going, $500 is a very, very good start, a very good sweet spot to start seeing some traffic, and then you can always increase the budget as we go along, and which we'll be talking about. Last but not least, we want to talk about content submission. Here's another service that we provide also, making sure that your site is consistently updated. And we can update those sites. We'll be providing more information about it, but either 1, 3, or 5 times a week, understanding that the more content you put on the site, the better, even organically, is going to look for you, right? So now we're starting to get into the search engine optimization. When we write an article, when we post the article, it's already search engine optimized with keywords, keyword phrases permeated throughout the whole entire article, making sure that we have what? The right, like I said, the keywords, keyword term phrases, and everything else that we're going to be targeting for short sales or whatever else you're going to use. Now, again, this action plan is something that we have for the short estate calculator, but it can also be superimposed over any other marketing activity that you're going to do for your real estate to grow your real estate business. But right now we're focusing on short sales, and we're using the short estate calculator as the capture source. But again, this can be used for anything. Here is my information, Granderson Shines, my number 602-369-8119. You feel free to call me directly, and make sure you come back next week when we talk about a $1,500 budget. What can you do with $1,500, or what should you be doing with $1,500 budget? This is Granderson Shines signing out. I'll see you back here again next week. Thank you very much.